Fresh start to fitness, brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare.
We have Jeffrey Beck here from Intermountain Medical Center with some exercises that we can do while sitting. I like this.
That's right, yeah, and more specifically throughout your workday at work.
Good.
So
Okay.
it'll help you stay refreshed and prevent the body from aching so much.
Because you hunch over your computer all day.
That's right,
Okay.
yes. So the first one we're going to do is the hamstring chair stretch.
Okay.
Going to straighten our legs like so, point our toes towards the ceiling to enhance the stretch.
Okay.
Just going to gently lean forward like this.
Without falling out of your chair.
That's precisely
Okay.
correct, yes. Nice and easy. Feel that stretch there,
Yeah.
all the way down to the feet, basically.
Okay.
Hold that for 30 seconds and repeat 3 to 4 times.
Okay, gets the blood flowing too.
It does,
While
yeah.
sitting. Okay.
It's really healthy to do this. Next one we're going to do is the hamstring curl. Now, I will do this because it requires rollers. We're just going to put our feet on the ground. We're going to curl ourselves forward like this and back.
So you're really pulling that hamstring
Yes,
muscle
you are
in.
engaging
Okay.
the hamstring muscles. And you can always make this harder by crossing one leg over and doing one leg at a time, just like so.
And you're using your body weight as resistance.
Yes, you are. And
Okay,
you're
very
also
cool.
getting a little bit of a stretch there on the side of the leg
Okay, yeah.
by doing that. Then the last one we're going to do is the chair lift. Straighten the legs again. We're just going to lift ourselves up out of the chair and hold this for about 10 seconds.
You don't
here.
want wheels on that.
Yeah, this will be a little bit more challenging
Okay.
with wheels. And then return to starting position.
You're
Great
using
for
your
engaging
core.
the upper body and the
Okay,
core.
I like that.
And a little more advanced, you can lift your whole body up
Ah.
like this.
And then we'll push you around and spin you. How about spin? No, I won't. Okay, some exercises to do, and really it does get your blood flowing a little bit. It can help prevent some problems with your shoulders and stress.
Yes.
If you do a little workout.
And it's
at your
important
desk.
to get up and move at least every 30 minutes, I believe, when you're at work.
Okay.
So.
Great ideas. If you want more exercises like this, go to our website, KUTV.com, and click on Check Your Health workouts on the web.
All right, Mary, thanks. And it is now 19 minutes after 8 this morning. UDOT is launching a new temporary bridge along I-80 in Salt Lake County. Crews are assembling sections of the bridge and using bulldozers to push them over the train tracks onto support beams that have already been built. Eventually, the bridge will carry traffic from I-80 while crews demolish and rebuild the existing bridges near the SR 201 junction.
All right, it's 8:19 now. Let's talk about this storm that's going to roll in tomorrow. It's currently sitting up here in the Gulf of Alaska. It's going to impact our forecast starting tomorrow and lasting all the way through Sunday. It's really going to mean a lot of good snow in the mountains. Winter storm watch in place starting tomorrow afternoon through Saturday afternoon. I think the mountains could get 1 to 2 feet of snow out of this storm, maybe even a little bit more for the Cottonwood Canyons. For the rest of the Wasatch Front, it'll kind of go back and forth between rain and snow. Notice that pink line and how as we go throughout the day Thursday, into Thursday evening, into Friday, see how that pink line just sits right along the I-15 corridor? It's because of that I think we'll see a wintry mix and from time to time go back and forth between rain and snow. During the day on Saturday, things will get a little bit cooler. In fact, Friday night into Saturday, we start to get that cooler air in here. So for those of you headed out to the Weber State Montana game happening Friday evening in Ogden, I'm calling for a rain-snow mix through about halftime, and then after that, as the colder air continues to push in, we will see it changing over to snow and then more snow showers Saturday and into Sunday as well. Maybe a couple of inches here along the valley floor, but because it'll go back and forth between rain and snow, I don't think our accumulations are going to be huge. For St. George, rain showers Saturday into Sunday. That's looking like the best time frame for southern Utah to get a little precip out of this. Temperatures will be cool behind this storm, only dropping, or they'll only get up into the 40s for your daytime highs, overnight lows in the 20s. Wasatch Front, we've got that little bit of valley haze today. It's probably still going to be with us tomorrow and then clean out by Friday as the storm continues to work its way through the region, giving us those on again, off again rain and snow showers. Like I mentioned, on Saturday it'll be more snow than rain, but we could still see a few raindrops from time to time. Lingering snow showers Sunday, and look how chilly it gets. Low 30s for our highs Sunday and Monday. Overnight lows dropping into the teens and low 20s, Mallory.
That is cold,
Yes,
but at least we'll get that crud out of the air. That's what we need. Okay, this crash, it's been here for most of the morning. It is off on the the side. They at one point had to block off that ramp. This is I-215 northbound as you're trying to get onto the 201. You can use the ramp, but you still just have to kind of wait to get onto that ramp as it is still partially blocking there, still causing delays back to 3500 South, Redwood Road, I-15. Those are good options for you. This crash is not impacting traffic at this point. That's 104th South is where we're seeing that. And again, it's at around 1900 West, not a big traffic impact. And then one other spot that we are still seeing delays is between Lehigh and Murray. If you leave your house 8:30, expect just over a 30-minute ride in for that portion of I-15 northbound. Ron and Jade.
All right, Mallory, thanks. It is 8:22. A woman arrested for drunk driving is planning to thank the trooper who put her behind bars today. Why she's grateful for how things worked out.
Thousands of shoes will be donated to kids at local schools over the next couple of weeks. Who's behind this expensive effort to keep kids safe from the cold?
And here is one hungry sinkhole that swallowed up cars whole. What's happening nearby that could be to blame?
Hey, I'm Jamie Kennedy. Funny you should ask. I'm the biggest star this show's ever gotten.
Hi, Jamie.
Funny You Should Ask. Weekdays at 4:30 on KJazz.
Watch Talkin' Sports 7 nights a week at 10:35 on KMYU.
What made Steve say?
Your pastor is watching. What food gets you in the mood?
Whipped cream.
Your pastor is watching.
Family Feud. Weeknights at 5 and 5:30 on KJazz.
'Tis the season of giving at KUTV.
And time for the Salvation Army Angel Tree.
Trees are now up for the 27th year.
And here's how you can help spread holiday cheer.
Help provide gifts to Utah kids and seniors in need by visiting an Intermountain Harley-Davidson location. Stop in, adopt, shop, and return unwrapped gifts from now until December 11th. You can also donate money at KUTV.com.
Happy Christmas to all.
And to all, a good night.
Thank you for your support of the Angel Tree.
I've got a gift for you, and don't worry, it's not fruitcake. I'm talking about the amazing deals at RC Willey's Wrap Up Your Holiday sale.
Enjoy holiday savings on dozens of gifts your family will enjoy all year. This sectional is $13.99, and this one is $14.99. This power reclining sectional is $26.99, and this one is $30.99. Items are in stock for immediate delivery. Plus, this Bluetooth stereo is just $25 with purchase. Gift cards are available too. Wrap up your holidays at RC Willey.
It's a great week for hockey, and the Utah Grizzlies are home this Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday against the defending champion Newfoundland Growlers. Wednesday is a Wild Wednesday and Bud Light College night. Friday the 13th is the annual Teddy Bear Toss presented by Ford and a $13 ticket offer for Friday the 13th. Saturday is Star Wars night with specialty jerseys with Make-A-Wish Foundation. Those jerseys will be auctioned off after the game. Tickets are available at the Maverick Center box office or UtahGrizzlies.com. It's the holiday season with the Utah Grizzlies.
Attention oxygen therapy users. If you've been chained to an oxygen tank, then you know they're a burden. Tanks keep you from living the life you love.
I was on oxygen tanks, and I couldn't go anywhere and do much of anything. I didn't dare go far.
It's time to reclaim your independence with an Inogen One oxygen concentrator. Inogen makes its own oxygen from the air around you, so you'll never worry about running out of oxygen again.
I wasn't going to run out of oxygen ever, and it was like freedom. I got my life back. I really love my Inogen.
The Inogen One G4 is lightweight and compact. Plus, it's battery operated, so you can have oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Oh, do I think Inogen is worth the money? You better believe it's worth every single penny of it.
Call now for your free information kit. There's no obligation. Inogen. Oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Call 1-800-420-8756. That's 1-800-420-8756. Call now for your free information kit.
A large Utah school on the verge of collapse.
What if that happens this school year when somebody gets hurt?
2 News investigates what's in the way of rebuilding the school.
To move forward, eliminate the risk.
And how a law change could make it harder. Thursday at 10. Watch Get Gephardt Investigations, only on 2 News.
It's 8:26. Today, a woman will officially thank a Utah State Trooper for arresting her for a DUI.
Yeah, it's all part of the Utah Department of Public Safety's holiday Know Your Limits campaign. Utahns can expect to see an increase in DUI enforcement from December 14th through January 1st. We expect to learn more about the campaign today at 10:30 in Salt Lake.
Dozens of Utah students now have a brand new pair of shoes thanks to the generosity of America First Credit Union. Volunteers delivered the new shoes to students at Midvale Elementary School yesterday. The kids also got socks as part of the credit union's program called Warm the Soles for Kids.
I think that's great. I love seeing good people doing good things. I know. 8:26 now, and a manhunt is underway after a police sergeant is killed by a driver who tried to get out of a traffic stop. What led up to the deadly moment that has the suspect's own family members fearing for their safety?
Property taxes on the rise in Utah County. Just how much more you could be paid.
25 words or less with your host, Meredith Vieira.
Weekdays at 4 on KJazz.
I'm finding it hard to stay on top of things.
A faster laptop could help. Plus, tech support to stay worry-free.
Worry-free. Boom.
Boom!
Get free next business day shipping or 1-hour in-store pickup. Shopping season solved at Office Depot, Office Max, or OfficeDepot.com.
Oh, whoa. Buy one, get one 50% off mix and match tech at Big Lots. Live big, save lots. Big Lots.
What's this?
Your cold's gonna make you a zombie tomorrow.
Wrong. New Mucinex Night Shift fights my cold symptoms so I can sleep great and wake up human.
Don't eat me. I taste terrible. Fight your worst symptoms so you can sleep great and wake up human. New Mucinex Night Shift Cold and Flu.
You have a foundation of strong values. GCU's online degree program in cybersecurity makes it convenient for you to join the newest front in keeping your community safe.
Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
You know when you're at Ross and you realize it's time your sister stopped borrowing your sweaters? Yeah. That's yes for less.
Stop stealing mine.
Never. Holiday gifts everyone's sure to love at 20 to 60% off department store prices. At Ross, yes for less.
Yes. That's all right.
Tis the season of giving at KUTV.
And time for the Salvation Army Angel Tree.
For less.
Live from downtown Salt Lake City, this is 2 News This Morning.
Today's your final chance to be heard before property taxes potentially double in one Utah county. Why officials say their hands are tied.
Salt Lake police are under the microscope this morning. Why an outside group is looking into officer-involved shootings and how well those same officers are treated.
Taking money away from your kids' schools. Why local districts are coming out against Utah's tax reform bill with the special session just one day away.
Thanks for joining us at 2 News at 8:30. Getting you out the door this morning with weather and traffic, of course. Yeah. And not too bad. Earlier this morning, though, so many
we
crashes.
had a lot of crashes. And it was like that ripple effect where you have 1, 2, 3, but it has quieted down. And none of them were weather related.
None of them
No, not at all.
Not my responsibility.
Not her fault.
Just people being idiots out on the roadways, I think. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on outside right now.
That was a commentary.
That does not reflect the views of the
do not reflect the views of the station. Okay. Here's a look at all the clouds that are working their way into northern Utah this morning. Temperatures are a bit chilly. Make sure you grab your jacket as you're running out the door, especially in the basin where you've dropped to 19 degrees. We are seeing a few showers across the Salt Flats and back across northeastern Nevada. That's associated with that disturbance I mentioned, which will be rolling through northern Utah later today. It might produce a few hit and miss snow showers in Cache Valley. That's a new development with the latest models that just came out. But most of the snow that we'll see from this will be in the mountains. Quiet for the valleys, just a lot of cloud cover, temperatures topping out in the low 40s. Today's storm too weak to break the inversions. I'll let you know the next best chance to do it coming up in 10 minutes. Mallory.
All right, things are definitely getting a lot better out there. Take a look. I've been showing you this camera for the past hour or so because this is where those delays pretty much started for I-215 northbound drivers. This is a look right near 3500 South. Not seeing those delays anymore. I have been saying that you should maybe take Redwood Road or I-15 to I-80. I don't think you need to do that anymore because things, I know it looks bad, but taking a look at that camera I just showed you, they are getting a little bit better. As we take a look at the big picture, our delays in Draper, they're back to 146, but you ease up right around 215, so a little heavier than normal. And then a quick look at your drive cast. If you are headed out of the Provo area, it's going to take you about 28 minutes. This is if you're leaving at 8:45, 28 minutes between Lehigh and Murray. Ron and Jade.
All right, thanks a lot, Mallory. Police are searching for a suspect who hit and killed a police sergeant while escaping a traffic stop in Houston. Police say the suspect had a warrant for arrest for assaulting a family member. While trying to arrest the suspect, police say he fought with officers, broke free, then got into his vehicle and hit Sergeant Kayla Sullivan as he drove away. Sullivan later died at a hospital. She was a 15-year veteran of the Nassau Bay Police Department.
And today, the remains of a Utah soldier are returning home after 76 years. A casket carrying the body of Private First Class Robert James Hatch will arrive at the Salt Lake City airport around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Utah Highway Patrol will then escort the casket to a mortuary in Bountiful. Hatch will be buried with full military honors at the Bountiful Cemetery on Saturday.
A showdown over property taxes gets underway in Utah County today. The Board of Commissioners will consider doubling property taxes on homes and businesses.
Michael Dupre joining us live with just how much more money could be coming out of your wallet.
Well, it could be a lot. You know, this isn't just a small bump up. This is a major increase and something that could really help out the county's budget, but it could be a price that many taxpayers really do not want to pay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers. It depends really if you're a business owner or a homeowner, but if the proposed budget is approved at tonight's meeting, property taxes on a $343,000 residence would double from roughly $127 to $254. Taxes on a $343,000 business would also double from $230 to $461 per year. The Utah Taxpayers Association releasing a statement saying in part that the county has not taken steps to restore purchasing power in their property tax revenue, and that failure has now put the county at a tipping point. So the debate over the property tax increase will be taking place tonight in Provo at the County Administration Building. You can imagine there's going to be a lot of people there, some residents who are going to be voicing their objections to having their property taxes going up so much, and while the commissioners are going to be justifying exactly why they're going up and what they might be used for. Ron, Mary, back to you.
All right, Michael, thanks for breaking that down for us.
Well, that's Utah County. Now let's talk about the state. Utah state lawmakers are getting called into a special session on tax reform tomorrow. And several Utah school districts are voicing concern now over potential negative impacts that controversial tax proposal could have on students across the state. The Salt Lake Board of Education says local property tax dollars will be taken away from them and spread around to other districts.
What that means is in 5 years, $25 million of our taxpayers' money is going to be distributed across the state to other school districts. So in a way, it's like robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Well, the board president says not only would the Salt Lake district lose a lot of tax dollars in this proposal, other districts like Granite and Park City would suffer financially as well.
Well, Governor Herbert says the new state tax plan will lead Utah into the future. In a statement, he said in part, quote, "After much consideration, I have concluded that this bill should be addressed in a special session so that legislators can carry out their duty of setting base budgets available for allocation during the upcoming general legislative session. Passing this tax bill is the first in a series of steps necessary to create a structure that can support the Utah of the future."
The Salt Lake City Police Department is under the microscope as the agency seeks an international accreditation. The Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement is looking at all aspects of how the department operates. They have hundreds of standards for law enforcement agencies ranging from use of force, records, recruitment, and health and wellness of its employees.
Well, just like when you go to school, when you go to university, you want to go to a school that's accredited, because that means that there's a constant review. You're always striving to be better. You have to prove that you are meeting what you say you do.
The department won't find out if they will be certified until next spring. The West Valley City Police Department is currently the only department in the state with this accreditation.
8:37 now, and House Democrats are preparing to vote on a new trade deal with Mexico and Canada. The U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement mandates more vehicle parts to be made in the three countries in the deal in order for manufacturers to avoid tariffs. It will also create more jobs in the auto industry and strengthen labor laws.
This is a transformative agreement. It's a template, I believe, for future agreements.
House Democrats plan to hold their vote next week, but the impeachment process will likely prevent the Senate from getting to it very quickly.
8:38, new video this morning shows a giant sinkhole and how it has swallowed up at least 4 cars in Brazil. Take a look at this. The cars were parked along a street next to a construction site when it partially collapsed. Now, the good thing about all this is no one was hurt.
And take a look at this new video coming in showing snow coming down overnight in Ohio. National Weather Service saying a strong cold front is moving through the eastern U.S. Also, lake effect snow continues around the Great Lakes. Today, wind chills are expected to drop into the negative 30s in parts of the northern plains and Midwest. The wind chill could cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 10 minutes. Freezing.
30 below zero.
Freezing cold. I don't even know what that
thank you. I don't want to know what it feels like. I'm perfectly fine not having that experience in my life. All right, back here at home, we have got high temperatures topping out in the low 40s, which that sounds balmy compared to what Jade was just talking about. Let's pull out the shorts and the flip-flops, why don't we? Green paw all day long on the around the block forecast. We do have a little weak storm that's sliding through. It is going to give us some cloud cover and a few isolated mountain snow showers. Those of you in Cache Valley could also see a few little showers around midday, but that's about it. Our cute dog of the day is Kanga, sent in by Nikki Rotunda. You can see this line, which is working its way across the northern plains, or northern Rockies, I should say. Just the tail end of this is beginning to work its way toward northwestern Utah. Unfortunately, it won't be strong enough to fully mix out the inversion, so the haze that we have today is likely still going to be there tomorrow. But then we've got this. This thing's going to save us come Thursday through Sunday. I'll walk you through when the rain and snow will start and just how much snow we can see in the mountains coming up in just a few minutes. Let's go over to Mallory now, get an update on what's happening on those roads.
It's quiet. Finally, it's looking pretty good. I know you're still seeing this crash off on the right-hand side here, and you will kind of have to dodge it as you're getting on that ramp to the 201. But this is northbound 215. The delays have pretty much eased up. I know you're seeing a little bit on the traffic maps, but I don't think you need to find a different route because of that. Pretty typical delays in Draper. The heaviest spot is near Bangerter. It's really not going to ease up, though, till you're closer to about the 215 interchange. So those delays, they last just a little bit longer than we typically see for this time. We are completely back to normal between Ogden and Salt Lake. We had an earlier crash in Roy, but not seeing any issues now. And your drivecast showing if you leave your house at 9 a.m., you should be in the green, guys.
Yeah, like I was saying, don't joke about that.
Don't joke about the traffic or the weather this morning. It's serious stuff.
Okay. Yes, it is. And speaking of serious, Mary's here now to let us know what's happening on 2 News at noon.
Well, we are digging up the latest on a possible anti-Semitic connection to yesterday's big shootout in New Jersey. It was horrible.
Yes.
We'll learn more about that. Chef Brian is doing Christmas cookies this week, and today, butter cookie or sugar cookie. What are they? He'll explain the difference.
I guess one has butter, one has sugar.
One's different, and they both have both. And we are talking about the proposed food tax and feeding the hungry. We'll have advice on staying healthy, even when it's a battle to put food on the table. That's at noon.
All right, thanks, Mary. Also, a local family is speaking exclusively to 2 News after their dog was killed by their vet. Why this is all being called a grave error in communication.
Can you hear that? No, because it's an electric commercial airplane. It takes a flight. How long until you could be booking a trip with one of these?
And also remember, today is the last day and your last chance to join our 27th annual KUTV Salvation Army Angel Tree program. You can adopt an angel at any of the businesses you see right there on your screen. This year, you can also donate a holiday meal by going to any Smith's Marketplace, or you can even make a monetary donation on our website, KUTV.com. Caitlin Hansen, she'll be joining us live from the Angel Tree Warehouse and the ongoing effort to get all of these gifts together when we return. That's coming up in our next half hour.
On KJazz.
Welcome back at 8:44. New video this morning shows a SWAT standoff coming to a dramatic end in California after the suspect came out with a garden hose, only to be shot by beanbags. The standoff lasted several hours in the Los Angeles County community of Signal Hill. And right after the suspect is shot, you saw the canine come into the picture there, make sure that the suspect didn't get away. Police say that this guy had outstanding warrants involving drugs and domestic violence.
8:44 and only on 2 News. A Davis County family says they're living a nightmare after a terrible miscommunication led to the death of their dog. Ziggy was set for surgery over the weekend, but the puppy was mistaken for another dog by the same name and was euthanized.
It's going to be more expensive. It's going to be a more extended surgery. Do you want to continue it, or do you want to let him go? They chose to let him go.
We're told the vet has apologized and waived the bill. 2 News reached out to the office, but our messages have not yet been returned.
Best Friends Animal Society and Southern Utah University are teaming up for a first-of-its-kind collaboration to save lives. Their 6-month-long leadership program will provide training in animal services with the goal of ending shelter killings. Students who complete this program can earn up to 6 academic credits.
And Amazon fulfillment and delivery teams are joining forces today to help homeless across Salt Lake City. They'll be sorting donations and serving meals in addition to presenting a $25,000 check to the Volunteers of America organization. An extra $5,000 worth of blankets, coats, and sleeping bags will also be given out to those in need.
Okay, here's an awesome story for you. It's the story spreading Christmas joy all across the world this morning. It does have ties to Utah. Employees for St. John Properties were stunned as they opened their red envelopes listing surprise bonuses. The company shared $10 million with all of its 198 workers, including their Pleasant Grove office.
There was a gentleman standing right next to me. Sincerely, after he opened his envelope, he turned to me and said, "I guess my kids get to go to college now."
The average employee will get a $50,000 bonus on top of the company's usual year-end bonus.
That is incredible. Well, 8:46 now, and celebrations are underway this morning following a successful test flight of the world's first all-electric commercial aircraft. Take a look. The plane flew around for several minutes above British Columbia, Canada. It's powered by the same lithium batteries that NASA uses in its space missions. The plane should be ready for passengers in about 2 years.
Yeah, I guess you can hear it a little bit, can't you?
Yeah, you can. I just think the video was turned down earlier.
I know, but you know, the electric motors are quieter.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, it is now 8:47, and Apple's new $60,000 Mac costs more than a Tesla.
Well, I'm going to get both for you for Christmas.
That would be nice.
And Netflix may be forced to offer a cheaper streaming option. Jane King at the NASDAQ this morning with today's Tech Report.
Netflix shares tanked after a Wall Street analyst warned the streaming wars could cost Netflix 4 million U.S. subscribers if it doesn't offer a cheaper ad-fueled product. A Needham & Company analyst says Netflix's premium prices of $9 to $16 a month have become unsustainable amid increased pressure from cheaper platforms like Apple and Disney. Now, she recommends Netflix offer a $5 to $7 a month option as well. Well, Google's $2 billion buyout of Fitbit will face scrutiny by the Department of Justice amid data privacy fears. Both the Justice Department and the FTC are concerned that a Google-owned Fitbit would give the search giant an even bigger window into people's private data. Consumer groups are also worried about Google's access to people's information. Well, smartphone messaging app WhatsApp, which boasts more than 1.5 billion users, will soon go silent for millions who are still using outdated devices. Calling it a tough decision, the Facebook-owned company outlined which smartphones would no longer support the app, including older versions of the Android, Apple, and Windows phones. And a maxed-out version of Apple's latest desktop computer costs more than a souped-up Tesla. The new Mac Pro, which was unveiled yesterday, whose design has been likened to a giant cheese grater by tech geeks on Twitter, tops out at nearly $60,000 for customers who opt for all the bells and whistles. Now, this computer is meant for video, audio, and photography professionals. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your Tech Report.
8:49 now, and for those of you that still have a little bit of Christmas shopping to do, maybe you're planning to do it this weekend, we do have a storm system that will make it a little bit soggy. Let's show you the forecast. Friday, if that's the day you're headed out, rain and snow showers. Temperatures still pretty mild, right around 43 degrees. That's why we'll see both rain and snow. Temperatures begin to cool, though, on Saturday. We drop to 37 degrees, so we'll start to see more snow than rain at that point. And then by Sunday, it's all snow. And look how cold that temperature is. 33 degrees. It's all because of our next weather maker, which is currently sitting up in the Gulf of Alaska. Let me give you the timing on it so you know exactly what to expect. Tomorrow morning, we're starting to see those showers filling in. This storm system has moved up the timing just a little bit. It's moving a little bit faster than originally expected. I want you to keep your eye on this pink line. Notice how it just stays right along that I-15 corridor. Because of that, that's the reason we think we'll kind of go back and forth between rain and snow. But by By the time that colder air gets here on Saturday, look how it does start to change over to snow. We might get a little break Saturday evening and then a few leftover snow showers on Sunday, then we're done. So for St. George, I think your best chance for rain is late Saturday into Sunday. Look how cold it gets behind this storm. 40s for highs for St. George. For the Wasatch Front, I've got that haze in there through tomorrow. After that, I think it gets cleaned out as we see these on again, off again rain and snow showers turning to all snow on Sunday with its last little hurrah. High temperatures in the low 30s behind the storm with overnight lows dropping into the upper teens and low 20s. Let's go to Mallory for one last check of our Wednesday morning commute.
And we are doing pretty good. Good news is that crash is completely cleared off the freeway, the one that we had 215 at the 201 interchange. They've completely taken that one off. You are still seeing some delays right near Bangor. That's the heaviest spot for your commute for northbound I-15 drivers in Draper. And if you are leaving your house right around 9 o'clock, yeah, you're still going to see some slow speeds. Point of the Mountain to Draper is a 9-minute ride in, 11 minutes from Draper to Midvale. And again, I know you're still seeing that traffic icon there, but that crash has completely cleared. And really, those only delays are for folks in Draper and Sandy, guys.
All right, thanks, Mallory. Well, Cheerios is changing up its iconic cereal. The O shape is being replaced with hearts. This is for the first time in 40 years. It includes regular Cheerios as well as Honey Nut Cheerios. General Mills says that this is all in part of their effort to promote heart health conversations. The company previously added X's so people could play tic-tac-toe and also the number 2 at the turn of the century. But this latest variety will only be available until February.
Okay, so they'll still keep the O's.
I know, yeah, we don't want to throw you off too much.
Yeah, you don't want to mess that up. Okay, we are
like moving in cheese.
The following segment is sponsored by Trolley Square.
Yeah, we are celebrating the holidays here at 2 News in a big way with a contest you don't want to miss.
That's right. It's day 3 of our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. This year, we've partnered with Trolley Square for an unforgettable experience. Today, you can win 2 Anywhere chairs from Pottery Barn Kids. Just head to KUTV.com to enter. Winners will be announced each day during 2 News at noon over on KUTV.
We'll be back after this.
$8:55. Take a look at this. An 18-year-old from Oregon now facing charges after riding on the back of a mule deer.
Yeah, pictures on social media showed 18-year-old Jacob Belcher riding the deer. You know, anything for social media, right? Now, authorities say the deer...
He did it for the gram.
Yeah. Authorities say the deer somehow got trapped inside a feeding enclosure and could be heard grunting while Belcher was on its back. The deer was later freed, and Belcher was taken into custody for that.
Insta-stupid.
Good.
It is stupid.
Exactly.
Yep.
This is so ridiculous. Well, listen to this. The LDS genealogy database Family Search will now let users document and connect same-sex family relationships. Despite the change, the church says its teachings on marriage remain the same. This is only meant to help encourage genealogical accuracy and preserve historical records.
All right.
Pretty cool. All right.
Okay, grab and go time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You ready for it?
Okay, grab a jacket, and a jacket. That's the main thing that you need for it to layer up.
A winter coat, a heavier jacket, and then a light jacket.
Just one of those.
Look like Joey on Friends.
Right, exactly.
But also grab your train pass so that we don't put as much crud out there in the atmosphere, because we're not going to get rid of it till probably late tomorrow. So anything we put out, we breathe back in down here along the valley floor.
Glad we're getting rid of it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We should all get one of those micro apartments and just live downtown, and we don't have to drive.
Like I told you yesterday.
Run crazy 24/7.
No, we're not going to do that.
No.
We'll see you at noon.
When you see news happen, call on the 2 News tip line.
When you buy a $25 gift card from Wingers, we'll give you $5 to spend on yourself. Now that's freaking amazing.
Watch Get Gephardt Investigations only on 2 News.
Hi, I'm Ned Siegfried. Siegfried & Jensen has been handling injury cases in Utah for over 30 years. In addition to Salt Lake, we now have offices in Ogden, Provo, and St. George. If you've been injured, call us. We'd love to help you.
Happy Honda Days is on now. Unwrap the joy of a new Accord, the best midsize sedan in America, according to Car and Driver. That's all right.
It's just a cough.
Yeah, right. And the earth is flat.
Treat your cough seriously with Robitussin CF Max. Nothing lasts longer and treats more symptoms for your cough, cold, and flu. Robitussin, because it's never just a cough.
You could have gone down to the nearby tree lot and picked out a nice little spruce for the holidays. But you've got a Ford Escape with four-wheel drive and an example to set. Ford Escape.